suppose that I want to buy an apple, right? So if I own some units of a cryptocurrency, suppose I own Bitcoin, I want to buy an apple. I go to the grocery store. What does it mean to buy an apple traditionally, right? So in traditional finance systems, payment systems, what happens is I go to the store, pick out an apple, go to the front, I give them my debit card or my credit card, and what happens? Well, they contact the bank or the credit institution, Visa or whoever it is, and say this person's trying to buy something that costs $1, and that request goes to my bank, and they take $1 out of my account and they put $1 into the store's account. That's sort of traditional finance. The same ideas happen with cryptocurrency. In this case, however, for this example, I might have a copy of the ledger, and the ledger says how many dollars or how many Bitcoin I have, and it says how many Bitcoin the store has. Okay, so when I go to get an apple, I take the apple to the front in this example. The store says to themselves, okay, I'm gonna submit a change to the ledger, and the change to the ledger that I submit, that the store submits to their copy of the ledger, says reduce this guy's account by the equivalent of $1 in Bitcoin and increase my account to the equivalent of $1 in Bitcoin. Okay, but now his ledger and my ledger are out of sync, right? And so the difficult sort of mathematical computer science problems that cryptocurrency and Bitcoin specifically are trying to solve is how do we then get those ledgers back in sync? So there's a system for Bitcoin, it's called proof of work. For others, it's proof of stake or some federated consensus algorithms. There's this computer science problem that involves each of these computers doing some amount of work or verifying that the transaction that's requested by the store to change the ledger in this way is reasonable and doesn't violate some typical principles like I have enough in my account, and also that it's not a fraudulent transaction request. And there's that's where a lot of the difficult computer science work goes, is in verifying that this is not a fraudulent. And then basically they require the store to do a bunch of work that wouldn't be worth it if this were a fraudulent request in general. And so those computers do a bunch of work, and there are other computers in the network that also help to do this. And together they reach consensus that, okay, you should take $1 in Bitcoin out of this guy's, out of my account, and add it to this other, to the store's account. And that allows for this transaction without having to go to a trusted third party. Now, the store has their copy of the ledger, I have my copy of the ledger. After we've done all this work, they're back in sync, and everybody in the world agrees, everyone in this network, in this payment network agrees that I'm now $1 poorer and an apple richer, and the store is $1 richer and an apple poorer. Although, of course, the apple is not in the ledger system. They just keep track of the Bitcoin or the cryptocurrency.